who settled this land near Weyburn had lots of money. Charles Wilson could have hired people to work his farm and raise his cattle, but he chose not to. Instead, he spent his money on something else, something he kept a secret until he died. The story begins here, at Weyburn's King George Hotel. In 1907, it was known as the Waverley, owned and operated by the Wilson family, who'd just come over from England.
They were very wealthy.
Levine Stepp runs the Weyburn Museum. She says, like other upper-crust English families, the Wilsons wanted their son to become a farmer. Back then, it was considered a noble occupation, so they bought some land north of town, and by the time he was old enough, Charles was all set up to become a gentleman farmer.
A gentleman farmer would be a very wealthy man that hired people to do all the work.
And Charlie could have been a gentleman farmer?
I say he could have been, if he chose to.
Gentlemen farmers were usually young and single. Some received monthly allowances from their families back in England. They brought with them all the trappings of upper-class society: fox hunting, billiards, horse racing. They had enough money to hire others to do the actual work. But Charles Wilson was different.
Charlie chose to do the work, and if you saw Charlie when he came to town selling his eggs from door to door, you wouldn't have thought him as a gentleman farmer.
Since Wilson wasn't paying much in wages, people couldn't figure out where he was spending his money.
He was very frugal with his money. He never paid full price for a lot of his things. If he was downtown shopping, he always bartered.
Charles Wilson lived a full and successful life as a farmer and rancher. He died in 1995 at the age of 91, and that's when a secret was discovered. Charles Wilson had been collecting silver, from tea sets to candelabras, opera glasses to swizzle sticks. Old Charlie had amassed the largest private silver collection in Canada, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, all of it jammed into his little farmhouse. He left the entire collection to the museum, so in a way, to the people of Weyburn.
I think a lot of people were very surprised to know that this man had collected this much stuff. Charlie was a bachelor, so he never married, and I guess his passion was to collect silver, which he did instead of getting married and having a family.
Gentlemen farmers left a legacy in Saskatchewan. They helped build churches and schools. They brought an appreciation of sports and the arts. Charles Wilson had only one passion, silver, but this may have been the most remarkable legacy of them all. For the CBC NewsHour, I'm Bill Waiser.